What's going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and thank you so much for tuning back into my mobile gaming quest where I document playing a brand new mobile game every single day. And today, guys, it's Chrono Clash time. It's still in beta, or at least in early access, maybe you'd call it that, because there won't be any wipes. The developer said that, so in that case, I guess, I don't know, the developers chose to call it early access instead of beta. But the point is, it's not fully developed yet. It's super unknown, it's an indie game, which I find is a little strange, honestly, because it does have a lot of good things going on for it. Right now, we're playing with the auto mode, though, and the auto mode is one of the reasons why I'm not completely hyped for the game at this point. But it is still a really great turn-based strategy game where you control up to 5 characters if we just pause the auto system here for a sec, because it seems like the camera can't really work out properly with the auto system on. Oh, we finished this one. Okay, so let's go into one more real quick, and I'll show you guys how the game plays without the auto system on, obviously. So there is a bit of an additional download once you do decide to check out the game for yourselves. And the download links, by the way, can be found in the description box down below. I do not know the size of the additional download, but it took around, I think, around 10 minutes for me. So probably a wild guess here would be a couple of 100 megabytes of additional data once you first get into the game. So the actual setup is this sort of chess-like setup here where we can move our characters and then choose which enemy to attack. So first up, we've got this rogue over here. We can move him over there. And then we can choose to backstab this enemy, which would probably be the most beneficial because we attack from a blind side, we get some extra, some extra damage, bigger chance to do a critical attack, and we did indeed do a critical attack there, defeating that slime really easily. With this one, which is ranged mage, I am just gonna go for attacking this one right from over here instead of moving closer. No reason to really risk losing any HP on that on our little wizard / cleric there. For this guy though, we probably want to move over here, and we're definitely gonna one-hit this one no matter what, but let's just attack it real quick. I really like this combat here where we had to figure out which skills to use. Skills, by the way, I haven't really gotten into yet, but where to place our characters and which skills to potentially use. So we've got a couple of different skills here. Rock Toss, throws a rock at the target, inflicts dizzy, and Illusion Slash. Let's try Illusion Slash right now, actually, just so you guys can see how the skill works. So it's like this, and you guys can see that, a cool little animation, and we did a critical attack and completely obliterated and destroyed that one. Did we complete in 10s or less? Yes, we did, and we used a special skill to finish. So we got actually as many stars as we could get there, which gave us a chest that we can open once we get back to the tavern, or to the map over here, to the tavern. Yeah, I guess it's a tavern actually. We can go over to the shop, which is what I wanted to show you guys before, because now we can open one of these chests that we got from completing that level there. And it looks like we got a rope piece, which might actually be better than what we currently got on one of the other characters. Not gonna go into that right now though, because I wanna show you guys the campaign over here, where we can't play just yet, because we have to get up to 1500 threat level. And we get more threat by, basically, it's the same as power, just overall power, how much you played the game. And you get more of that by completing these quests here. So you can see, for example, this one adds 300 threat. So let's do that one right now, the Walking Dead one. And these different quests are really only there to make the game play longer. Like, so there's more content to go through, because in order to get to the story missions, we have to play these quests. Not really sure that's the best system I've ever seen. It feels a bit forced. It feels a bit like it's just there to make the game super grindy. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comment section down below. It also looks like there is some sort of a energy system that I'm gonna show you guys once we get back to the tavern again, which we're gonna do, I think. Oh no, okay, that wasn't the last one. Okay, so 2 more guys to defeat here, and then we get back to the tavern, because there is some sort of an energy system. They don't really call it energy, but it's like we use up, I don't remember what it is. We get, is it food that we need? I can't remember exactly, but there is some sort of energy system that limits us, so that once we get over 50% in that, for example, if it was hunger, once we get over 50% in hunger, but playing with our characters, we have to wait, we have to watch an ad, or we have to pay up and pay a premium currency. I can show you guys what it is I'm talking about once we get back to the tavern here, which we're gonna do now. We leveled up on one of our characters though, so not too bad, not too bad. And once the loading screen is over here, fatigue, of course, it's called fatigue. So right now you can see that we have 17% fatigue, and we can rest here. We can watch an ad, as I told you guys, or we can pay up with premium currency. We do get a decent amount of premium currency for free though, for completing these different daily quests over here, some achievements, some social stuff, like you can follow them. Obviously, you can only do that once, but you can follow the developers on social media, all the usual stuff really. What's really interesting though is that we have these different jobs, and each character can actually switch between these jobs. So right now we only have a warrior, we have a thief, and some sort of cleric over here. But there are so many more of these. We've also got a stormcaller down here. How cool does that look? So if we were to want to play with that one, what we can do is that we can go into one of our characters here, and then we can actually click on jobs down here, and then we can switch. We can switch to this one, as you guys can see. We can press choose here, and then we will change from I think this was a warrior, and we'll change into a stormcaller. So that is how the whole job system works. I found that super interesting. Obviously, switching job changes the skills that you have. So that just really makes the game so much more interesting. We can also enhance our skills, obviously. All these different types of typical strategy RPG elements are definitely in here. I'm just not sure with the energy system, with the fatigue system, and with the gameplay sort of being dragged out by having us complete these quests. Not really sure if I think this is the best game ever, but it does certainly show some promise, and it has a lot of interesting elements. We've also got guilds, for example, and we can play with up to 5 characters at a time, which I really like. And I can really see how switching between the jobs and the different characters, upgrading the weapons, upgrading the armor, stuff like that, is going to be really interesting in the long run if you really do get into the overall story, and if you really do get into the game. But there are a lot of elements there. There's a lot to the game. There's a lot of depth to the game that we have to figure out on our own. So some people might like that, some people might enjoy that, and some people might not really like that. So really just, now at least you know what you can expect from the game. So it's up to you guys to figure out if this is something you do want to check out for yourselves. The game is out both on Android and iOS already, and there will be a PC version coming, and I even think I heard something about a potential Nintendo Switch version. So if some of you guys is on a Nintendo Switch, you might be able to play this game on there at some point. But obviously, these guys, I assume, being a somewhat small indie developer, don't know too much about them honestly, but I assume they are. Obviously, it might take some time for the PC release or for the different console releases to really come around. So just, it should come eventually, but just you might have to wait a little bit. So that is about it for the game, honestly, guys. That is about it for the combat. There isn't a whole lot more to it. It's decently interesting, I would say. I don't really rate these games on a scale, you know, from 1 to 5. But if I were to do that, I wouldn't give this a 5 out of 5. But it still should get a few points for showing some promise. I could see how this game could be updated. I could see how we could have more bosses. I could see how the fatigue system could be removed. I'd really love to see that happen, because I don't really like energy systems overall, especially not in games like these, where there is so much content, and I really just wanna dig into it and play for extended periods of times. Especially if I join up in a guild and I'm gonna play with other people, I don't want to be limited in my playtime with the game. There are plenty other ways to monetize the game, which they're already doing right now. You can have me buy different heroes, as you can see right here. We can buy these for real life money or for in-game cash. Obviously, this one is going to cost 1,000 premium currency. This one 2,500, and I think that's probably the most expensive one. Yeah, 2,500 equals to around 10 or 11 US dollars if you were to buy it for just US dollars directly instead of saving up this premium currency. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know down below, and let's have a discussion down there about this game just overall. And also, do recommend awesome strategy games to me. I'm always looking for strategy games, especially strategy RPG games, whether or not they're real-time or they're turn-based, such as this one. Really just looking for great games. So, yep. I'm looking forward to reading what sort of recommendations you guys have down in the comment section. So with that said, thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this video, guys. And as always, until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I will see you guys around.